Hello and welcome to the Candidate Interview Series. My name is Robin Swan and I'm the Director of Government Affairs for the Winter Park Chamber of Commerce. This series allows us to hear from the candidates who are participating in our virtual political mingle, a forum held on Wednesday, July 29th, where you, our guests, may learn more about the candidates and vote in a straw poll. Today we are pleased to have with us Circuit Judge Mike Kraynick. Mike is running for re-election to the Circuit Bench, Group 34, for the 9th Judicial Circuit. Judge Kraynick, thank you for joining us and welcome.
Ms. Swan, good morning. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you and opportunity to meet all our constituents out here in Winter Park.
Well, thank you. So I have 3 questions for you today. They're the same 3 questions that I've asked the other candidates. And the first question is, what is your primary motivation for running for re-election?
Well, I have reasons both professionally and personally. Professionally, being a judge is the highest calling that you can have in our field, in the legal field. It's a calling of service. It's a calling of being dedicated, being prepared, being professional, and giving back to the legal community. My heart for service started really early in my legal career. I went to law school here at Barry University here in Orlando. And when I was in law school, I was part of their mock trial program. And that program had a profound influence on me. I had lawyers taking time away from their families, from their businesses, from their jobs to teach me how to be a trial lawyer. And they would spend 40 to 50 hours a week with me for 6 to 8 weeks teaching me about being a trial lawyer. And seeing their dedication really turned my heart onto service. Since 2008, I have been coaching with that mock trial program. Since 2012, I've been in charge of operating that mock trial program. I have about 40 to 55 students every year. I teach a 6-week course on the basics of trial advocacy, everything on what to wear, where to stand, and how to create everything that goes into a trial. Opening statements, direct examinations, cross-examinations, closing arguments, the rules of procedure, the rules of evidence, and I teach my students how to try a case. And then I have about a dozen attorneys in the Central Florida area who volunteer their time to come be coaches. And I organize everything that happens with that program. And being able to have that impact on a young person, a law student, and see them rise from a lamb to a lion is one of the most rewarding things for me. So looking at that from a teacher, from an educator perspective, coupled with the professionalism that's required here as an attorney, turned me on professionally for a professional reason as to why I wanted to serve as a judge. Personally, I have 2 young kids. I have almost a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And I want them to see that there are higher callings in this life, that there are bigger causes out there than thinking only about yourself and thinking about service above self. And I want to be able for them to see that you can work hard, you can have a positive impact in your community at an early age. Those are the reasons why I wanted to be a judge, why I want to continue to be a judge, and why I'm seeking retention for my spouse.
Great. And how are you uniquely qualified to serve in this position?
Sure. I'm a judge, I'm a coach, and I'm an educator. So today actually is my 1-year anniversary on the bench. I have been serving here in the 9th Judicial Circuit in Osceola County for exactly 1 year today. I'm in the Unified Family Division. I have thousands upon thousands of domestic violence, divorce, and paternity cases. Before serving as a judge, I spent over a decade practicing complex business litigation and construction litigation here in Orange County. I tried cases before both judge and jury in the county court level, in the circuit civil level. I practiced in federal court, and I also argued before 2 of the 5 district courts of appeal that we have here in the state of Florida. I had a really wide practice. I represented homeowners, individuals, small and large businesses. I had a very diverse practice, and I represented a very diverse group of persons when I was a practicing attorney. Those professional skills that I gained in practice, coupled with me being a coach and an educator at the mock trial program we talked about before, makes me the perfect candidate for this race. I teach my students the values of being prepared, working hard, and being fair, and those are the same values that I use as a member of the judiciary every day now.
Great. And our final question, if reelected, how do you hope to positively affect the position and the constituency you serve?
There are two things that are paramount for me. One of those is access to courts, and the second is time. If there, of all the things that I can control as a circuit court judge, one thing I cannot control is time. There are only a certain number of hours in the day where we're able to hear from parties, hear from persons, and listen to their grievances and to try to get them rulings in accordance with the laws of the state of Florida. Um, this COVID pandemic has had a major impact on the judiciary. We have not had a jury trial since the beginning of March. I don't know when the next jury trial is going to happen in person here in Central Florida. But the COVID pandemic has opened up a bunch of other avenues for us. And one of those is virtual, just like we're doing right now. The opportunity to still talk, the opportunity to still hear evidence and testimony and still make decisions. I've been conducting virtual hearings since COVID hit. The first Florida Supreme Court order addressing COVID was March 13th. I've had over 300 hearings and 5 trials in that time period. So we've still been working. One thing that I want to continue to use is a virtual platform. Before COVID, I would have everyone come to the courthouse for their case management conferences or their pretrials. And that's where everyone comes in, sits in my courtroom for 2 to 3 hours, waiting for their number to be called. We talk about the issues in their case, and then we set it for trial or just take the temperature of the case to figure out where it needs to go. I'm not going to be doing that in the future. All my case managements and pretrials are going to be through this forum. And that's a benefit for the lawyers and for their clients, because instead of waiting for 2 to 3 hours for their number to be called, they're going to have a time certain time where they can have their case called and they can better serve the community and better serve their clients by not waiting 2 to 3 hours for their time to be called. They know time certain when they're going to appear before me. And I think that will allow better access to courts. It will allow the time that the court has, better use of the time that the court has to serve the public and to serve the lawyers that come before them.
Wonderful. Well, again, Judge Kraynick, thank you for joining us and thank you for answering these questions. And we look forward to seeing you on July 29th.
I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Ms. Swan, for the opportunity, and everyone continue to be safe and be kind out there.
Wonderful. And to our viewers, please join us for the virtual political mingle. That's Wednesday, July 29th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. We also want to use this opportunity to thank our political mingle sponsors. Our presenting sponsor is Charter Communications, and our supporting sponsor is the University of Central Florida. To join us as a guest, please register online on our website, which is winterpark.org. Thank you, and we'll see you July 29th.